Hi, I'm Jason Hennessy from Everspark Interactive. We're a local Atlanta SEO company, and with me today is a very good friend who happens to be the king of domain brokers. Welcome here to our offices.
Thanks, I appreciate you having me.
Yep. So in this short video, I want to learn more about Toby Clements. And just a quick little story. I met Toby. It was probably about a year and a half ago. I was looking to buy a domain in the art business, in the art field. So I called a friend in California. He then referred me out to Toby. He said Toby's the guy that's probably going to have all the best inventory with that particular niche, and most niches for that sake. Yeah. So basically, I called Toby up. We hit it off. We ended up doing business together. We became very good friends. He lives here in Atlanta. I live here in Atlanta. And from there, he brought me out to Domain Fest. Right, in California?
Right. Yep, in Malibu.
Malibu.
Yep.
So we went out there, and Toby is just, again, I just said it, he's like the king. You know, people coming up to him wanting to do business. You know, is that like what your world is like all the time?
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. You know, the domain industry it's a small industry. It's a cottage industry, but it's a $1 billion industry. Mm-hmm. So there's a tremendous amount of business to be done, but yet at these conferences, some of them have 100 people, others have 1,000 people. Mm-hmm. So going there and being one of the largest independent domain brokers, my name is out there. People get my newsletter on a daily basis, 5 days a week. So they know who I am, even though they haven't maybe met me. So when I show up, it's kind of neat. It's always a good time. It's always fun.
So now, who is Toby Clements? Like, I mean, talk to me a little about who you are.
I'm just a normal guy, man. I'm just an everyday guy. Got a great wife, 4 kids. From a business aspect, I've been in sales my entire adult life. Since I was 20 years old, I've been in sales, always brokering high-ticket items. And the domain industry is no exception. It's sales every single day. That I send out my newsletter. I'm selling names on a regular basis. So it varies from day to day how my day goes, but basically I answer a lot of emails every day, submissions that are coming into my platform, and just cut deals. So I guess if that's who I am, I just cut deals every single day.
You're a salesman that just happen to sell domains.
That's exactly right.
So I guess let's talk a little bit about that, because like SEO, that hasn't been around for a long time. They don't teach it in college. It's not like you go to college to learn how to become a domain broker, right?
Right.
So how did you get into that line of work?
I stumbled across it. Dumb luck. It was I was eating dinner with a friend of mine back in 2007, and he was deeply entrenched in the internet. And just across the table at dinner, he asked me what I knew about domain names, and I literally looked at him and said, "What's a domain name?" Just completely uneducated on the business side of the internet at that time. Here I am 6 years later, about 75 million in sales and acquisitions under my belt. So I dove in straight into the deep end of the pool back then. But it's that's how I got into it, by dumb luck. I already had a very expansive sales career. Domaining, I fell right into it. I was able to grasp the value of domains, what they sell for on the aftermarket, what they'll sell to businesses that need them. So I literally just fell into it and grasped onto it quickly, and here I am.
Got it. So now walk me through just like a typical or average day for you as a domain broker. Like how does your morning start? How does your day finish?
I tell people a lot of times I'm a professional email answerer.
Got it.
I get about 300 to 400 emails a day, and they all revolve around domains. Whether it's people submitting domains to me, whether it's me reaching out to seeing if people want to sell their domains. I have obviously a team of employees that are behind the scenes making my platform work as well. So get up in the morning. I typically spend the first 3 to 4 hours of my day answering emails that are submissions. I'll build a newsletter for that day. I send it out, as I said earlier, 5 days a week. So we'll send out a newsletter by about noon to 1 o'clock every day. And then the remaining part of my day is trying to work deals and sell the domains that were on that newsletter and previous newsletters.
Got it.
So and that's it.
Got it. Seems like an exciting kind of a daily interaction with you. Now, a question that I have, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that might be watching this video. Some of you might be big into the domain business and world. Some of you might be new to this. But let's talk about how long does a typical domain transaction take?
From start to finish, it can vary. I've seen them close in 30 minutes. I've seen it take a month. It really, truly varies. I would say on average, it's pretty fast though. It's not, domains are real estate. They're cyber real estate is exactly what a domain is for the better lack of a true definition. And rather than when you're buying and selling a home, there's such a long process, closings and lawyers and all different types of things. It's not that way in my world. If you see a domain on my newsletter and you want to buy it, we commit to the deal and then we transfer the funds, transfer the name, and we're closed. So just depending on how quickly the money can be transferred, sometimes there's a process where it might take upwards of 5 days to transfer the actual property. But I would say on average 2 to 5 days. It's not there's normally not a really long period.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you talked about transferring money, and I'm sure that there's some domains that sell for $500 and there's some that sell for $500,000,
Yep.
right? So again, for people that might be new into this business that have never done a transaction like that, where it's like internet, I'm sure you don't fly out and meet everybody you do business with.
Yeah.
So I guess talk a little bit about like how is the money transferred, and is there protection for both the buyer and the seller?
It's a great question. It's something that's asked of me on a regular basis. There are 2 ways we can close a deal. And if a deal is $500 or $5,000 or $10,000, it's typically closed through my company. I've closed enough business. You can Google me, you can Google my company, you can see that we've done a tremendous amount of business with no negative comments anywhere. So that's your first thing you do. But if we're doing a big deal, there are other companies out there, such as escrow.com is my preferred company that I use. They've done over $1 billion in transactions just on domain names alone. So I specifically go directly to them. There are other companies as well, but they're the industry leader. So if we say, let's just say in a nutshell, if we do cut a deal on a domain name, basically the way it's set up is I would set up the transaction at escrow.com. The buyer and the seller both agree to it via email. At that time, the buyer wires the money directly to escrow.com. Once they are in receipt of the funds, they direct the seller to send the name to the buyer. Once the buyer has full possession of the domain name, escrow.com releases the money. It's as simple as that.
Got it. Perfect. And then I guess another question is, again, for the people that may not be on your newsletter, because I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this video that are already on your newsletter.
Sure.
And they love you, they love hearing your stories. I mean, it's not just all about business, it's some of your personal things that you've got going on too, which is kind of cool. But if somebody wants to see your daily domain newsletter, what should they do?
Well, you can go to my site, which is tobyclements.com. And sign up.
Maybe spell it for them.
TOBYCLEMENTS.com. You can also just go to toby.com. But that will allow you to put in your email address, and you'll have to opt in via an email you'll get into your inbox. And then you'll start receiving my newsletters, which the domains change every single day. And like Jason said, I try and mix it up. It's not all business. I try and have a little fun and throw in my personal stories and have a good time with it. And I've got a really large subscriber base right now of about 20,000 subscribers. So, a lot of guys out there might have domains, not know where to sell them, not know what to do with them. You can also send those over to submissions@tobyclements.com. And just talk to me directly. Let me know what you want for them. I'll give you my opinion on if I think they'll sell or if I think they won't sell, and then we'll take it from there. Nice and easy.
That sounds perfect, man. I appreciate you coming in, stopping down, and seeing me today.
Absolutely.
And I hope this video will serve as real value for people that are just sitting on domains that might not know what to do with it. Give Toby a shout for sure.
Thanks a lot.
You.
Thanks.
Yep.